You are on per case and you've now picked up a new case. You now stand charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Your Honor, on April 30, 2025 in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officer observed a vehicle fail to signal and turn into a private driveway and initiated a traffic stop. Upon approaching the vehicle, the defendant, who was sitting in the passenger seat, could not roll down the window, and the defendant and the driver were detained for officer safety due to this issue. When the vehicle door was opened, the law enforcement officer observed the strong odor of marijuana and carried out probable cause search. Law enforcement officer located marijuana on the front passenger floorboard in a pocket satchel where the defendant was sitting. The defendant admitted to the marijuana being his. Law enforcement officer also found a large amount of small baggies of marijuana, a small scale in the driver door pocket, and a vacuum seal bag in the back seat with marijuana shake in it. The total weight of the marijuana found was 4.91 grams.
Mr. Diaz, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, and I am now revoked.
Whoa, bond instantly revoked. This shows how seriously courts treat bond violations. Just one mistake and you're back in jail. What do you think, fair punishment or too harsh? Comment bilo?
Your bond on the first case. I told you not to pick up any new case. You've now picked up a new case. It goes with you.
Sir, can I speak?
I'm gonna get you a lawyer. Don't worry.
Going to work and I wasn't even driving shit.
Don't pick up new cases. Sir.
One.
Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to you. Please.
On April 4, 2025 in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a suspicious person call and made contact with the law enforcement officer, who stated that he observed the defendant going through a parking garage at Hobby Airport looking into parked cars. The law enforcement officer recognized the defendant as someone who had been trespassed from the airport previously. The defendant did not have a ticket for a flight out of the airport. The prior trespass at the airport was on November 17, 2024, and was charged in Court 12, Your Honor.
Dismissed.
Okay. Mr. Bloomer, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Just don't go back to this place, man. It's not hard. You know?
I go there and I catch my trips and I buy my food, but those people are so crazy. They keep harassing.
They don't want you there, man. Every time you go there, you're going to get arrested.
I don't do nothing. Why am I not able to go there?
They don't want you to go there.
That's where I catch my flights.
They still have the right to say, we don't want you there. So don't go there. If you have a flight, that's a different story. But if you don't have an actual flight, just don't go there.
I'm freely able to come there. Why would somebody tell me I'm not able to come to a public business that I've always been able to come to since a long time ago?
Because if you don't have business there,
I
you can
always
still.
have business there. I'm not there just going there. I always have business there. I either catch the bus, I go to the food court, or I catch a flight.
Mr. Bloomer, I'm asking you not to go back. There are plenty of other places that you can go to get food, water, clothes, whatever you need.
Okay, and I'm fine with that, but I'm asking, why am I saying that I can't go there?
Because they've trespassed you there before.
And it was dismissed. It was no fault.
Listen to me for just 2 seconds. They've trespassed you before, so you know that they don't want you there, number one. Number two, they're saying that you're allegedly looking into cars to potentially breaking into them.
No, sir.
I get it. That's why you're not charged with it.
I don't even steal out here. I'm the only guy that spends money some days out here. I've spent more than $1 million in Houston, Texas. I have no reason to steal from anyone. But if you want to take anything you want, I don't steal anything. All my clothes are brand new. Everything I buy is brand new. I have no reason to steal. I catch flights, everything. I've never stolen anything out here in my life. Now, those people, they keep harassing me. That's what I'm telling you. I catch my flights there. I already have a case dismissed there. They will not leave me alone. If I come there and I catch my flight and I sit down, wait for my flight, they'll even walk up to me, watching me on the camera, like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, yeah, I'm just catching my flight. And they're like, okay, cool, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Or then they'll just walk up to me and they'll be like, hey, what are you doing here? I just came from the food court. I'm getting ready to catch my flight. Well, you got to catch your flight right now. If you don't pay for it right now, then you have to leave now. I'm like, why are you going to force me to hurry up and pay? I'm going to pay it right now. I just went and bought my food at the food court. I'm never doing anything there. I'm not a troublemaker here, and I don't need anyone making me seem like a troublemaker. I'm a college student, and I started college at 16, sir.
Don't go back. All this case is over.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm asking you to do.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
After the case is done, if you have a flight, then by all means. But I'm going to tell you now,
So,
every time you go back, the same thing is probably going to happen.
yes, sir.
So I'm saying either go to the other airport, there's 2 other ones that you can go to, or find another way.
Thank you so much.
Every time you go there, the same thing is going to happen.
Yes, sir.
So why let it happen?
Yes, sir. I just didn't know. The only reason why I went back the second time is because the first time.
No. I don't want you to say something that hurts your case. Don't.
Yes, sir.
I will give you a lawyer now. You can talk to the lawyer and we can figure out where to go from here.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have bond conditions created just for you to sign, promising us you're not going to go back. And after that, I'll let you talk to the lawyer and then you guys figure out how we go from here. It's just don't go back.
Okay, thank
You know, there's so many other places in the world that you can go to. If you go back, this is going to continue to happen.
Yes,
I
sir.
know you have better stuff to do than to come here.
Yes, sir.
You know, I do too. They forced me to come. All right, ready? That way.
Thank you.
Here you are
Aye for a plate.
paying all these $10,000 bonds here, $5,000 bonds here, and here you come in wearing a Louis Vuitton jersey? Really? Really? After all the money the county has spent on representation for you, you're coming in here with a Louis Vuitton jersey? Oh, this is wonderful. Have we done a TRAS?
So he has a prior TRAS, but I think it may have expired and we'll need to.
Important legal tip right here: deferred adjudication means no conviction if you stay clean, but mess up, and you'll face the full sentence. Be honest, could you handle that pressure, or is it setting people up to fail?
And the prior one recommended like that. But you're.
One way or the other, it's going to stop. All I'm asking you to do is be clean. That's all. It's got to happen one way or the other. Do you understand, Mr. Hunter? You now stand charged with, again, with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 12-month deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But you can't tell people it was dismissed. It's not dismissed. It's if you complete it successfully, you don't end up with a conviction. For you to complete this successfully, you must do an effective decision-making class, a gun safety class, and a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. Forfeiture of the weapon, no drugs, no alcohol, 40 hours of community service instead of the community service. If you do a parenting class, I will consider the 40 hours of community service waived. I would like the TRAS done pretty quick. Like, okay, that'd be great. Yeah. Since he's here, it's probably the best thing to do. Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. You are stuck with this until you complete it successfully or it gets revoked. I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Hunter, that I can hold you for up to 3 years. We will do everything in our power to ensure that you get clean and remain clean. Do you understand? You hear me? How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty. I'm going to withhold that for 12 months. We're going to send you now for a TRAS. You can come back. We'll see what it says and we'll go from there. Okay?
Judge, without going too far into attorney-client communications, I have admonished Mr. Hunter that if he violates any term of the deferred, that the state can start a motion to adjudicate where he would have a hearing in front of you, and you can sentence him up to the year in the Harris County jail.
If you violate this agreement, glad you said that because I forgot to say that.
Okay.
If you violate this agreement by not doing what you're supposed to be doing, by testing positive, picking up a new case, having a gun, a warrant will be issued because we will file a motion to revoke your probation. We will have a hearing here. And if they prove it to me, you are facing a year in jail. Do you understand? But me, I'm not interested in jail. I'm interested in having you be clean. And we will do that however it can happen. If you're able to do it on the outside, wonderful. If you're not able to do it on the outside, we have facilities available for you at no cost to you. Do you understand? Now is the time. Okay, good luck.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Come on up, Mr. Sandwick, rolling up here in shorts, like he's going to the beach.
No, I just. How you doing, sir?
This is not your first rodeo in the courthouse.
It's been a while since I've been in there, so. Well,
Don't come to court in shorts again, otherwise I will put you out.
yes, sir. I
Understand.
apologize. Yes,
It's
sir.
a complete sign of disrespect.
I
There's a
didn't-
certain dress code that we have here. You now stand charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Now, ask who the accuser is.
Stop.
Please, sir.
Didn't ask you to say anything. We're going to do probable cause. I need to know what happened in this case.
All right.
On November 10th, 2024, at approximately 6:19 p.m., a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a suspicious person call at Halcyon Games in Orange County, Texas. Law enforcement officer made contact with the complaining witness, the store manager. Complaining witness called police regarding the defendant who came to the store and to sell a previously stolen item from the same store. The manager could not prove the item brought to the store was the actual item to sell. Complaining witness called the law enforcement officer and the was gone upon their arrival. Approximately 2 p.m., the complaining witness, who surveillance video, the defendant inside the store and appeared to be shopping. The defendant then took and concealed.
Classic case of bond conditions, don't return to the scene. Simple rule, yet so many violate it and end up back in court. Have you noticed how often repeat offenders show up in court clips? Why do you think that happens? Let's talk about it in the comments.
2 MTG booster boxes inside a shoulder bag on the defendant's person. The defendant passed all points of sale without showing any intention to pay for the items. The total value of the items was $599.99. This was from a game store owner, Halcyon Games.
Mr. Sandwick, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to this place. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you go back to this place, if I find that you pick up a new case, if you miss court again, a warrant will issue. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we're going to give you time. So I will have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. So we'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And after that, you'll be free to go.
Thank you, sir. I apologize for the short.
That's all right. Just please. Wait. Who filed this condition?
Yes, sir.
You are Mr. Coombs.
Yes.
Mr. Coombs, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On April 5th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officer saw a truck fail to
vio
signal
un
a
camión
left
que
turn
no dio su
and drive on
señal
the
a
wrong
voltear a
side
la
of the road.
izquierda y manejó
Law
en el
enforcement
lado
officer
equivocado
initiated a
de
traffic stop and made
hicieron un
contact with the
alto,
defendant.
hicieron contacto
Law
con el
enforcement officer
acusado,
observed signs of
observó
intoxication and called for a
señales de
second law enforcement
ebriedad,
officer to
llamó
conduct a
al
DWI
segundo
investigation.
oficial para que le
That
hiciera
law enforcement
pruebas de
officer
campo.
observed red, watery, bloodshot
Observó
eyes,
los ojos rojizos,
strong odor of alcohol,
un fuerte olor de
poor
bebida
balance, and
alcohólica,
slurred speech.
poco
The law enforcement officer placed the
equilibrio
defendant
y
into
el
custody
habla
and searched the defendant's vehicle
afectada.
revealed a
Hicieron,
phone
I'm
cup.
sorry, can you repeat that?
Such as.
The law enforcement officer
El
placed
oficial
the
de
defendant
policía
in
puso al
custody
acusado bajo
and a search of
custodia
the defendant's
y de un
vehicle
registro
revealed
del
a phone
vehículo
cup and alcoholic
una
beverages.
bebida alcohólica.
Standardized field sobriety
Hicieron las
tests
pruebas de campo
were conducted,
y
and the law enforcement officer
el oficial de
observed 6
policía
out of 6
observó 6
clues
y
on the
11
HGM
pistas
test,
del
4
HDM,
out of 8 on
4 de
the
un
walk
golpe
turn,
de
and 3
caminar y
out of 4 on
voltear
the
y
one leg
2 de un
stand.
4 de parar en una
The
pierna.
defendant refused to provide a
El
specimen,
acusado
and the blood
rehusó
warrant was
dar una
obtained and
prueba, le
executed.
hicieron
Since 2017, DWI, assault,
agresión,
late last year evading arrest in a motor vehicle, and now another DWI.
otro. Bueno, dejaré.
If you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail, what happens?
¿Qué sucede?
Mr. Coombs.
Mr. Coombs?
No, por favor.
They will deport me.
Right. I don't know what I need to do to keep my streets safe. But if I find that you, one iota,
Un chiste.
do anything to break these bond conditions, I'm going to make your bond so high you will have hair falling out. Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
I would figure that it's elementary that you're not tapping alcohol in the car while you drive.
Alcohol.
I am now taking away your privilege to drive, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I will blow a gasket. I can have a contempt hearing, and every time you drive,
Cada vez
you can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine.
6 meses.
Do you understand?
Él entiende.
Entiendo.
I understand.
Not
Se
to
le
consume
ordena que no consuma
illegal drugs.
o drogas.
On one ankle, I'm going to put a scram monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol.
Asegurarme que usted no
On your other ankle, you will get a GPS monitor, and I'm giving you a curfew because I do not want you out in the middle of the night. And if I find that, like I
de
said,
la calle.
Any
En medio de la noche, perdón.
of these conditions are broken,
Pero cualquiera de
into
estas
jail you will go
a la
with a
cárcel.
bond that will hit the nubes.
I understand.
I am sending notice to DPS now that I am placing a restriction on you that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. Every single officer in this state will know
Sabrá
that if you get pulled over and you don't have an interlock, into jail you will go. Because the document we're sending now to DPS notifies every officer that you're not allowed to drive without an ignition interlock in the car.
gato en su carro.
Do you
Lo
understand?
entiende.
Entiendo.
I understand.
The worst possible thing you can do in the short life that we have, Mr. Coombs, is get into a car and drive.
Hacerse un carro y manejar.
Entiendo.
I understand.
Judge, what was the curfew?
9 to 6.
9, 6.
You're ordered not to consume alcohol,
Tiene que no
illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication.
medicamentos no
You will be
recetados.
randomly tested.
Van a hacer
If
pruebas
you test positive for drugs, alcohol, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody.
Revocará.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Newling. If he tells me that he cannot get a hold of you, if you pick up a new case, if you become a danger to my city, you know what happens.
Sabe lo que va a suceder.
Do you understand?
Que lo entiende.
Entiendo.
I understand.
People were named. And you're charged with possession of marijuana, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Oh, goodness. You're charged with driving while intoxicated, possession of marijuana, and harassment of a public servant. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or 2,000. Are you high right now?
What? Like, what'd you say?
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, man. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Oh,
On April 6, 2025, a traffic stop was conducted for the defense vehicle failing to maintain a single lane, following too closely. The defendant captured a pit stop at a flashing red light intersection. The officer, on contact with the defendant, the officer observed the driver and passenger to make further movements towards the center of the motor vehicle. The defendant was identified by texted driver's license. The officer observed slurred speech and bloodshot watery eyes. No alcoholic beverage was emitting from the defendant's breath, and the strong of the marijuana was being. The defendant admitted to having marijuana in the vehicle, and the officer located a leafy substance in the console of the vehicle upon probable cause. The officer also observed an open beer in the motor vehicle and another Ziploc bag with large amounts of marijuana. The officer also observed a Ziploc bag of narcotic mushrooms and a scale with marijuana residue on the surface located next to a large stack of other Ziploc bags. The defendant had $274 in cash. The defendant claimed ownership of the narcotics in the bag as well and admitted that the items were marijuana and
Psilocybin,
excuse
the
me.
mushrooms.
Yes, sir. The defendant stated that she drank one margarita and that she also smoked marijuana. Certain sobriety tests were conducted, and the officer observed 4 to 6 clues on the HGN, 4 to 8 on the walking turn, and 2 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant refused to provide a blood specimen. A search warrant was obtained. The defendant flailed and resisted during the blood draw. The defendant continued to flail and spit on officers and was eventually transferred to a hospital. Blood draw was unsuccessful due to the defendant flailing. Finally, there was another attempt and the blood draw was successful.
Silas, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. If you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, you better address it, because if you don't, and it becomes a problem, I'm going to do it for you. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand?
yeah.
I'm sending you for a test right now, and you're to come right back. Do you understand? If you fail to take the test, if you fail to come back, a warrant will issue. Do you understand?
So you want me to take a test right now?
Right
Yeah.
now.
It's not gonna come
Stop.
out clean.
I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. Come back, and then we'll talk further. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today. Take the test, come back. You understand?
Okay.
You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to test you like crazy. Do you understand? If you use after today, it's not going to go well. As far as the marijuana is concerned, I'm going to test you like 50 days from today to ensure there's enough time for it to pass. If you continue to test positive, do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the opportunity now to stop on your own. If you're unable to, that's when things will go sideways real quick. Does she have a valid license? And then any prior DWIs as well?
It's a true first and her license is valid.
Okay, all right. So for now, I'm gonna have you sign a reset with Ramona. I'm gonna have you get with Felicia, and I'll see you in about half an hour,
Okay.
please. You know, pills are a complete curse on our nation, because depending on what you're taking, they become so powerful, the addiction, that for you to get off, when you try to get off by yourself, you'll convulse, seize, you can have a heart attack. Not only that, you build up a tolerance and you keep taking, you keep taking, you keep taking. At some point, you will put your lungs to sleep and you die. It happens every single hour in this nation.
Yeah.
I don't want you to use. If I find that you're using, then I'm going to put you in jail and you're just going to stay with me. It's going to happen one way or the other. I don't want you to use, and I'm going to test you like crazy to ensure that you're not using. Do you understand?
What if I get it, medically? Like,
A prescription.
yeah, like a prescription.
That can still be abused. And if you're going to pill mills to just shop for prescriptions, I have a problem with that as well.
Mm.
Just because the last thing I want, there's an accident in this case, right?
Well, no, you got it.
Like a car accident?
The last thing I want is another death on the street and something major to happen. So I don't want you to use. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Did we put a scram on her ankle, right? Yeah. That device is going to tell me if you're consuming alcohol at any time. Do not put anything in your body that has alcohol in it. NyQuil, cakes, candies,
I took
foods.
Mucinex for coming, and I'm sick right now. So I do nasal spray.
Okay.
They told me that.
Before you put anything in your body, read the instructions to ensure that there's no alcohol in it. I have everybody and their mom telling me here, well, I took NyQuil. I took this. It doesn't matter. You're not to use anything that has alcohol in it.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't use anything unless you have a valid prescription. And then I don't want you to abuse it, even if you do get one.
Mm.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with her.
Mm.
Again, I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If you're still testing positive for weed, it's not going to go well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I had another question. Whenever I went to.
Hold on. No. Ask your lawyer. I don't want you to, I've got a bunch of DAs here and I don't want you to say something that hurts your case. So ask the lawyer first. She can always come up to me and then we can talk. Don't just start asking things here.
I'm like, no, it was just about the court date. It was about the court date.
Caramba la bamba.
I'm like,
You
yeah,
can pick whatever day you want. I don't care.
okay. So okay. I'll talk to you about that. Then.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Okay. All right.
You didn't do anything until you sent her.
Okay. So yeah, I want to scram on her ankle and I want her to test weekly so that we know she's not using.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you about that too.
Okay.
I'm going to waive all your fees. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money.
No,
It's about you not using and staying out of trouble.
I don't have no right. A card.
She can tell you how to do that.
Monday, Thursday?
Yeah.
Or
Just one time a week, random. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you have to leave.
If as fast as we can get it to you.
Mm, yeah,
Okay.
today my dad too, but that's for today.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, Miss Ellis.
To be excused, Judge.
Yes.
How did it be with her?